Hey you guys, it's me, Alexus, and welcome back to my channel. It's literally been so long since I've just done like a sit down and talk advice style video. I've been doing a lot of beauty content lately with impressions of beauty. Your girl trying to become an influencer, okay? I'm trying to get to the bag like everybody else, but it just feels good to be doing what I started off doing, which is like advice and lifestyle videos, you know. I hope everybody is enjoying quarantine and staying safe out here, you know. Stuff is starting to open back up and all that, but follow your social distancing rules and just try to stay inside as much as possible so that we can flatten that curve, okay? I'm ready to enjoy the summer, okay? I can't just keep on sitting in here and eating my life away. Everybody just kind of calm down, stay at home, follow the rules, and we'll be back before you know it. With that being said, I still have hope that we're gonna go to school in the fall, and that's why I'm going to do a college series. Yes, I decided that I wanted to do a college series because I know how much I like advice. Like, my video with the most views is like a senior advice video, so most of the people who came in off of that video are either going into their sophomore year or about to be freshmen. I said freshmen, I feel dumb. So I just wanted to make a college series, and we're gonna talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about, like more specific things. I'm sure that there are 1,000,001 regular college advice videos out there. Go and watch one of them, check it out. But we're gonna talk about some specific things. And this first video is going to be about things and advice for your first day of classes. Like, yeah, your actual first day of classes. My first day of classes in college was actually terrible. It's funny now. At the time, like, I thought that college was just not for me. If this is what every day is going to be like for the next 4 years, I don't want any parts. Like, I want no parts. But, you know, eventually got better. And these things that I'm going to tell you are things that I kind of experienced firsthand. I don't want to ramble too much with a lot of storytelling, but I'll kind of just tell you like my experience with these things. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get right into the video so we can get y'all prepared. Okay, I got all my notes right here. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, so tip number 1 is to know where your classes are before your first day of classes, okay? There's nothing worse than just like being up and then you're getting ready to go to class and you don't know where your class is at. So you're wasted about 30 minutes of the time that you've allowed yourself to get to class just trying to figure out where it's at. And it's really nothing wrong with like asking people for help and where to go and stuff like that, but it kind of just wastes time, and then people are trying to find their own classes, and then you still are not really going to follow the directions well because you're probably going to be nervous. It's first day of school and stuff. So I say you do that muscle memory. Like, you get out one of these days before classes start and you actually like take the path from like where you're going to start your day to your classes and pace it and time it so that you can know how much time it takes you to get there, you know, with a building at. You've seen it for yourself. If the buildings are open, I say like go in there and see like where the exact rooms are. I know how I am. Like, I have horrible memory and I have terrible hand-eye coordination. So when somebody tells me to go left, even though I know where left is at, it's kind of like, you know. So just go and do it for yourself. Start off at your dorm or wherever you're at and just pace yourself from your dorm or wherever you plan to start at to your classes, and just try to see and walk around and stuff so that you'll know for yourself. You know, it just gets you used to being on campus and just familiarizing yourself with everything, and it saves yourself a lot of time, because I would rather you be confused and walking around all on campus when you have time to do that, not on the first day of classes. And then you're late. Tip number 2 is to ask about your professors. I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to include this advice, but I still feel like it still has some value. So I say like ask around on Twitter or in group me chats about your professors that you have on your schedule and stuff like that, so you can get an idea of what to expect, maybe what they're teaching or how they grade and stuff like that. But what you want to watch out for is for those people that are going to say that every professor is terrible. Like, somebody could tell you, oh, I failed her class is terrible, and then you take their advice, but in reality they're just a horrible person and a horrible student, and they didn't care about the grades from the beginning. Make sure that you're getting this information from people that you trust, or people that you think you can trust. And also, like, if you see that several people are giving the same opinion, then you can take heed to it. But you know, just watch out for who you're getting this advice from, because some people just be saying stuff and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, you literally just went to class every day and went to sleep. Of course you failed. Also, you can go on ratemyprofessor.com. So Rate My Professor is really cool. It's like Yelp for teachers. At first I was like, they ain't got no teachers from Jackson State on there, and then all my professors were on there, and they literally had like reviews with stars and stuff, and they tell you about how they grade, how easy the content they teach is, and everything. So that's probably going to be your best bet. But if you don't see your professor on there, you can always just ask someone to see how they enjoyed the class. Number 3 is pick your outfit the night before. And let me tell y'all why I'm so adamant about that. I had the worst experience with outfits. So let me start off by saying that, number 1, I can't dress for real. I like to wear like leggings and t-shirts and stuff. But you know, it's first day of school, I kind of wanted to pop out a little bit. And I ordered this shirt from Forever 21, right? And it was so cute. But I tried it on, it fit and everything, but I never really thought about the other components of the outfit. So that morning I woke up, I had the shirt sitting out, I didn't have nothing else sitting out. So I woke up, I'm just trying to slap an outfit together, and it just was not working out. It was going terrible. Like, it was horrible. And I don't know why all of a sudden the shirt is just terrible. It's like, it looks hideous because it won't go in anything. And so I spent about 40 minutes of my morning like panicking and trying to figure out something to wear. And then next thing you know is I have on like random pieces, like a random pair of jeans and a random shirt. I didn't plan on wearing them together, but when I looked at the time, I had 10 minutes to get from my dorm to my class before it started. And that was the first issue. Okay, so I say pick out your outfit the night before and make sure that you actually like. If you have any doubts about the outfit, just don't put it on. Okay, find something else. Find something that makes you comfortable. And don't let anyone make you feel like you have to pop out on the first day of school. You don't. Just be comfortable, okay? Nobody really cares about what you have on in college, okay? I'm not going to look at you and be like, oh, she got a new outfit on. Look, I come from grade school where I wore uniform every single day. And that's one of the reasons I can't dress. I didn't have to think about what I put on because I knew I was going to have on khakis and a white shirt. Just make sure that you pick your outfit out the night before and that you really like it and you're comfortable. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you wake up at least 2 hours before class. If you've ever heard the saying, if it can go wrong, it probably will go wrong, well, that's very true. And you know, like I said, this whole college thing is new to you. This is your first day of classes. You're going to be nervous on top of all the other stuff that you have to worry about. So you want to make sure that you're waking up in a timely manner, giving yourself a lot of extra time to be able to get up, do your morning routine, you know, get anything extra you want to get done, search for an outfit if you need to, and also just make it to your class on time. And we'll get into that a little later. But yeah, just give yourself that time to wake up, get energized, get your mind prepared for class, get your mind prepared for this college journey. Tip number 5 is to make sure you eat something that morning. And besides the fact that, you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you don't want your stomach to be growling in class. And let me tell you why I say this. I'm sure that this is so childish, but I get so embarrassed when my stomach is growling in class. And if you're anything like me, like if my stomach is growling in class, like I might as well just melt in my chair and just disappear. And not that anything is wrong with it. Like, of course, it's just an everyday process, you know, bodily functions. But at the same time, it's, for me at least, it was just embarrassing. And I was so hungry on my first day. I didn't have time to eat anything, and I don't really eat after a certain time at night. So I was like super hungry, and I had like 2-3 classes back to back. It was not cute. Okay, just make sure you eat something, and then it'll make you focused and more energized in class too. So make sure that you eat something. And it doesn't even have to be like a big meal, like a full breakfast. Nobody really has time to just do that every single morning. So maybe like some already made smoothies or like a granola bar or something, or some fruit, just something so your stomach won't be growling. Tip number 6 is to make sure that you show up to class on time. That kind of goes back to waking up early, just giving yourself the time to be able to make it to class early. You want to get there early before it gets all crowded so that you can get a seat that you're comfortable in. Also, you don't want to make it there like exactly on time, and then you have this situation where the classroom is full, everybody's already sitting down, so you either have to find like some other form of seating or you got to stand up. And then, you know, people, when they get their seats, they already claiming seats and stuff. Then people be looking at you crazy the next day when you come sit in their seat. You know, get up in there so you can be the person they look at the person crazy, okay? Showing up early can just show your professor that you take your education seriously and that you respect their. Tip number 7 is to bring paper and a utensil to write with to class on the first day. I know a lot of people get this impression of like, you know, syllabus week, we're not really going to do anything, but you always want to be prepared. And let me tell you, when you get to college, like, some professors they gonna already assume that you've heard about the syllabus enough and that they're all relatively the same and you can read it, or you were supposed to have read it beforehand, and they're gonna start teaching that day. And you don't want that to happen, okay? You don't want to be unprepared asking somebody that you don't know for a piece of paper and a pencil. You should have been prepared. Like, we're literally in college, so just make sure that you're being responsible and you got utensils to write with and own, okay? Nobody should have to keep telling you that. We're grown. If you didn't know that you were grown, yes, you're grown. If you're in college, yeah, I got my arms crossed right now, but the camera's kind of high so y'all can't see it. Number 8 is to make a good first impression on your teachers, and you can do that easily by being on time and just being active in class. A lot of people have this like misconception that you should be front and center of every class and be there an hour early and stuff. You really don't have to do all that to impress your professor. I'm not a front and center type person. Like, I want to sit where I want to sit, where I'm comfortable and I can actually see. But at the same time, when my professor asks questions and stuff, I'm going to raise my hand, you know, answer, show them that I'm engaged and all of that. And that's how you really can make a good impression on them. Yeah, just always be on time for class. Don't be coming in there late, interrupting folks and stuff. Then you walking all in front of their projector and stuff. Don't do that. Also, you can make a good impression on your teacher by showing how serious you are about your grades. And you can do that by asking questions in class or during their office hours and stuff. You know, just give your teacher a visit sometimes, letting them know, hey, I don't understand this, or hey, I have a question about this. And that just shows them that you're proactive about your education and you take it seriously and you respect what they're doing. Number 9 is to get to know at least 1 to 3 reliable people in your class. Heavy emphasis on that reliable. You never know when you're gonna have to miss class, you know, because you're sick or you're on a school trip or something. Maybe you just didn't show up because you didn't want to, you know, who knows. But you always want to make sure you have somebody there that could possibly sign you in, or somebody that knows how to take good notes that you can use when you get back to class, and they can catch you up on all the assignments and everything that's due. That is like a general piece of college advice though, like making sure that you know somebody. Y'all don't have to be besties, but at the same time, like, you do want like that little securityness when you miss class. You know that somebody had your back, and when you get back, you know, they'll be able to explain the notes to you. They'll have them for you to write. They'll have the homework assignments and stuff like that. Knowing at least 1 to 3 reliable people in your class also comes in handy when it's time to choose groups and you get free reign on who gets to be in your groups. You know how awkward it is when your teacher tell you can get in groups and everybody get in groups, and then it's just you and other random people that you don't really know, and then you just have to settle. Well, yeah, you really can avoid that when you know enough reliable people in class. Tip number 10 is to just be mindful of how you're going to get your book. When you're going into your first day of classes and stuff, your professors may tell you whether or not the book is required. If it is, you want to make sure you get the book as soon as possible. But at the end of the day, I don't recommend anybody paying the full price out of the bookstore. So just kind of know your options before you're going in. I know at Jackson State, we can kind of like look online to see what books our professors require from us. So you kind of have time to just go in and make sure and see if anybody else has it, like check, or you can ask somebody who's taken the class before, do they have the book that you can buy for cheaper. So just kind of explore your options when it comes to books, but there's always more things to do than to just buy them straight at the bookstore. Like, make that your absolute last desperate option. Like, you could even like try to find a PDF online and stuff. People have websites where you can access all types of books for free, but those books are like a scam for real. Sometimes even when your professor says that the books are required, you'll realize that you can still get all your work done without the book. That's not the case all the times, but I said all that to say that you don't want to go spend $300 on a book at the bookstore that you didn't really use when you could have got it for free, or you could have got it for a really discounted price. So just explore your options when it comes to books, but also make sure that you get the book if the professor says that it's required. My last tip is to not let your first day or your first couple of weeks or months of college define the experience for you. Like, this is a whole new experience. You're bound to get things wrong. You're bound to show up in the wrong class. It's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to adjust to, because these are things that you didn't have to do your entire life. Don't let those bad experiences carry on into the next day, okay? Just, if you have them, learn from them, and, you know, just kind of take note on things that work for you and things that don't work for you, and you just use those things to your advantage. I'm gonna tell this last little story. Y'all remember how I was telling y'all earlier in the video that my outfit was like really slapped together and it was horrible? Well, I had a lab that day. Keep in mind, I'm a business major, so I really wasn't feeling the whole biology lab thing. I just had to I had to take the class because it was required. So I get in that class. I was late. First of all, the class beforehand was on the other end of campus. Like, they were literally like polar opposites. Like, the biology building and the College of Business were like on completely opposite sides of the campus, and I had 10 minutes to get from that class to this class. First of all, I got there late. There weren't really any seats, so I had to settle for a seat, you know, somewhere that I really wasn't feeling. I get in the class. I told y'all my outfit is trash. My professor decides to use me as the example of what not to wear to lab. It was something wrong literally from my head to my toes. He said my hair was too long. It should have been pulled up. It was like a V-neck shirt and it was cropped. He said I can't have like that much skin exposed. The jeans, they were like cuffed at the ankles. And he said that I can't have that much ankle exposed. I had on sandals. He said I should have had on closed-toe shoes. Just imagine like having that horrible of a day. And that was like my last class. That's literally how I ended my day. And I went to my room and I cried because I really felt like this was not for me. Like, I really can't do this. But I'm here. I'm going into my junior year of college. I'm actually going into the second semester of my junior year because I'm set to graduate early. But it's been amazing. I've taken on leadership roles. I'm a mentor to some people. I've been an orientation leader. It's literally been so amazing. I have amazing friends and everything. But if I would have just like carried that energy from my first day or my first couple of weeks into the rest of my college experience, I wouldn't be where I am now. So just take heed to this advice. Everything may not work for you. I'm telling you, when you get to your first day of college, you're probably not gonna think about none of this stuff, but it is some good stuff to keep in the back of your mind that can help you on your first day. This is advice that you can spread to the people that are coming after you, okay? So just be mindful, enjoy, okay? It's gonna be okay. I'm here for you. I understand if you've had a bad first day of college or a first day of classes or whatever. I'm here. We're here. I understand you, okay? But that is all for this video. Like I said before, I am going to be doing a college series. So this is basically the first video in the college series. Some more videos will be coming soon. I'm going to try to upload every single week. I hope I had some kind of little motivation for you somewhere in there. But I am going to be doing a college series. Like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be about 5 videos that focus on some certain things in college that you're going in. Like, for instance, this was a first day of classes. It wasn't a general college advice video. But I have some content coming for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay on the lookout for the upcoming videos in this series and also some other content too, because I won't just be doing this. But yeah, that's all. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and also comment down below what college you'll be going to, class of 2020. Okay, last time I was asking y'all like what high school y'all was in. Now y'all in college. Like, stop growing up, y'all getting too old. And also subscribe to my channel if you want to continue to see content like this. I love you. Goodbye.